everybody. It's nice to see you out there after a little bit of a delay. Thank you for sticking with us and joining on Debate Masters today. You know, there's nothing more fun than when the technology is unpredictable. So how this show works, if you haven't joined us before, is I have two very funny people who are going to debate your silly topics for us today. What will happen is I'll get some zany topics. Some of them I got off of a Facebook post today. Some of them I'm going to ask you to put in the comments right now so we can get ideas for the debate. Then what will happen is our contestants will take turns picking what side of the debate that they want to argue for. Then they will each get 1 minute to argue their side of the debate, and then a 30-second rebuttal after that. Once the debate is over, we'll kick it back to you in the audience to let you vote on who is the winner. After however many rounds we can squeeze into the show, we will pick a winner. So that's it. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our debaters. So our first debater today, we have, as I mentioned last week, we've got some cool people that I know that do a fun other show, Capital Punishment, that wanted to come on be on this show. So I want to give that a shout out. And so Damian, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Damian Harmony. I am a co-founder, co-creator, co-producer, co-star of Capital Punishment, the longest 4-year plus underground pun tournament this side of Sacramento.
Awesome, thank you.
Sure.
And also debating today is the fabulous Kacie. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Kacie, and it's Thursday, and that's what I got.
Yay! Okay, so right now I'm gonna. Oh, also today I always forget to introduce on tech because for so long I didn't go first on the show. So on tech today we have Chris, who's been teching for us.
Hey, hi. It's my fault that we started 20 minutes late because I'm not Brian. And when things go haywire, I just cry and call Brian. So that's that. Hey, did you check out these podiums that Brian made?
Excellent craftsmanship.
Yes.
Podia, actually. It's podia for the plural. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
See, we learned something new today. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so because we started off a little bit late, I want to kick it off with a topic that I got earlier today. So I think I'm just going to go ahead. Since Kacie has done this before, I am going to let Damian pick first on what side of the debate that you would like to debate. So I pulled this off of the Facebook request earlier, and our first debate is, which is better, letters or numbers? So Damian, would you like to debate on behalf of letters or on behalf of numbers?
Oh, I'm going letters all day.
Okay, so Kacie, you get numbers. So Damian, you're going to get 1 minute to debate your side, and then Kacie will get her minute, and then each of you will get a 30-second rebuttal. So your 1 minute starts now.
In defense of letters, immediately I'd like to point out that there are multiple cultures with different types of letters. So automatically you can tell a lot about a culture by the letters that it uses. Numbers, sadly, are a universal language, which, while wonderful, it's kind of like using these swear words all the time as adjectives or adverbs or whatnot. It ends up limiting your vocabulary if you just talk in numbers. Also with letters, you don't have to get into any kind of binary kind of thinking. Which is nice, but ultimately letters can also be used as numbers, as proven in Algebra 2, the sequel, which is actually done as Roman numerals, which is just letters again. So letters are frankly just more, what's the word I'm looking for, mutable. So letters far superior to numbers. Also, you don't ever have to deal with any decimals because a decimal is always just at the end of the sentence. So you don't even have to worry about if you're multiplying by C or M or D.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
And Kacie, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, so numbers. Oh, I know where we go. Numbers are far superior to letters for the very fact that they are universal. I can travel across the whole world, and 5 plus 5 is 10. And we agree and we understand what that means. And 5 times 2 is 10. It is a shared language, it's a shared understanding. I don't have to use a translation app. I don't have to feel like a monolingual speaker because everyone does speak that same language. We can share. I can say, do you want 5 chicken nuggets or do you want 10? And everyone knows what I mean. And that's exciting. I feel understood and seen and heard. And that's what we all just want at the end of the day. And numbers make us feel seen and heard and understood.
Great, thank you. And Damian, you get a 30-second rebuttal starting now.
Sure. Now I realize this will be a slightly rhetorical question, but which part of the virus that we're all hiding from do we remember? That's right, the letters, not the numbers. Nobody calls it COVID-19 anymore. It's just COVID. And also, what do we not want to be reduced to all the time by the state? Numbers, exactly. So it's really all about the letters.
Okay.
I'll give my time to the room.
Thank you.
Great.
Well-
And Kacie, go.
Well, it was COVID-19 because it's a different strand from the previous one. So it's the 19, that's the number. The number is what distinguishes it, and the number is what matters here. But also, when you say we don't want to be reduced to numbers, I would argue at the polls, my God, babies, there is strength in numbers. Go cast that vote. Go get your ballot in. Strength in numbers.
Yeah, okay.
I just said 3,000.
So now this is when we send it back to our audience. And every week I remind the audience, please vote based on our debater skills and not your whatever it is that you vote based on. And you always tattle on yourselves in the comments. This is a moot point, but I have to say it every week. So Chris is going to go ahead and he's going to get our votes from the comments. Also a reminder to the audience, if you have any topics you'd like to pitch, go ahead and put those in the comments too.
Yeah, there's been quite a few suggestions for topics.
Nice.
But Jordan says also she's an AP Calc. She's sick of numbers and letters, which that's terrible.
Just need
Let's
phenomenology instead. Just speak in grunts.
Yes.
Yeah, math nerds. Let's see, votes. Charlie does say, man, Algebra 2 would have been so much more exciting if I thought sequel.
Yeah, when I took Algebra 2, we had to do math labs, and I was like, I didn't know you could turn math into a lab.
Yeah, it's for the dogs.
Let's see. Okay, Care Bear said, go Kacie. I don't know if that's a vote for Kacie or just
Yes, it is.
enthusiasm.
That's a vote for Kacie. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Jay Funkarelli says Damian. Korean votes. My girl Kacie all day.
That's not bias at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think we split the Lemke household vote, actually. Because I think the other Lemke voted for me.
Nice.
Missy votes Damian. Rachel's got to go with letters. She used letters to vote for letters. Beck says, I got to go with number. The power in numbers won me over. But Jordan says, Damian. Poor judgment. Damian stays on track. Numbers don't lie, so there are letters.
Good point.
But Hal says, Kacie got it for sure. Evan, vote. Damian. This is a lot of votes.
Yeah.
I like it. This is very divisive. Yeah, I think that's the votes I'm seeing right now.
Okay. Well, that one was pretty close, but it looks like Damian won our first round.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Okay. I would like to remind people that when making passwords, you should make pass phrases with letters and numbers and special characters because it's safer.
And really, we just had letters, numbers, and then Kacie and I are special characters.
Yes. Okay, Chris, you said we had some suggestions for topics?
Yes. Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Beck says, dieting or working out. Missy says, books or TV. Hal says, hey Chris, it's all your fault. Thank you. I know. Where else? I swear there was more. Oh, here we go. Best Halloween movie. Bats versus owls.
For her son.
For her son Jack.
Aww.
He must be having a hard time with the Harry Potter movies right now. Yeah, that's
Brian.
some of them for now.
There you go, Brian.
Okay.
Oh, Brian. He's really the lecterns. It's actually
They
just
are
lectern,
lecterns.
Brian. Lecturi.
No, it'd be lecturnes.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay, so since I like to pander to small children,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the bats versus owls for Jack because I like to pander to cute kids. So Kacie,
Yes.
you get to pick first. Would you like to debate on behalf of bats or owls?
I would like to debate on behalf of owls.
Okay, so that means Damian, you get bats.
Got it.
Okay, Kacie, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, so in the lifelong question, what's better, bats or owls? The answer is clearly owls for a variety of reasons. One, have you seen how amazingly their head can shift? It's over 180 degrees. Can you do that? No. Can bats do that? No. But you know who can? Owls. Owls are associated with candy, with the Tootsie Roll commercials, so you have a whole other market there. Owls are associated with the goddess Athena in Greek mythology, the goddess of wisdom. Oh my gosh, owls and wisdom. Don't you want to be associated with that? That would be so great. Bats are gross. We have bats in my neighbor's area and it's scary and they swoop down, but you see an owl and you go, oh, that's cool. So I think owls have reached a wider demographic of people, and that's why owls are a superior animal to birds.
Great. And no, I can't move my head 180 degrees. just showing that off. Okay, Damian, your minute starts now.
All right. So I would say that bats are actually superior to owls, but they only a bit. First off, bats have been much maligned in the last year, and I would like to just clear something up. They are sky foxes, and you can't think that sky foxes are any less cute than an owl. Also, bats are mammals, so home field advantage for me. As a fellow mammal, I'm going to be somewhat biased toward bats. Also, bats, we never actually discussed whether or not these were the animals or the large clubs that you could use to hit a ball. So now bats are clearly more versatile. Bats also eat mosquitoes like crazy, which keep us from dying of dread diseases. And they also, finally, don't bother you with any dumbass questions about your identity, always asking who you are. I really think that bats don't insist upon us in ways that owls do. And of course, finally, Athena, while a genius, was an asshole. So let's not really stand for Athena on that one.
Oh, interesting. I did not have that interpretation. That's great. Okay, Kacie, your rebuttal starts now.
Sure. So thinking about owls, and you brought up your cute animal component. Have you ever seen a photo of an owl where you raise up their tummy and you see these cute little legs? And did you know that those owls had some serious gams on them? That is so exciting. Also, for owls, the owl pellet can be a student's first science experiment, first dissection experiment, and it can open up a whole world of science and exploration and understanding skeletal structure. Owls have an educational purpose, have a candy purpose. Adorable.
Okay.
Adorable.
Right. Okay, and Damian, your rebuttal starts now.
All right. Have you ever seen a picture of an owl upside down? No, because that would look stupid. But if you see a bat upside down, it is adorable. 10 times as adorable as an owl just showing you its knickers. Also, bats make fuel, and fuel is always a good thing. It's how things go. Finally, bats are what brought the island of Guam under American territorial rights because they wanted all that bat poop. So clearly, bats have had a lasting impact on humans.
And that's time. Okay, and you don't get to see it, but I just got the most adorable picture of a little boy who's just riveted right now. So you just made a little kid's dream come true. So thank you.
I'm here for you, buddy.
So now you're gonna go back to the audience, and the audience is going to vote. Who won the debate? Was it Kacie with owls or Damian with bats?
Real quick though, Hal says a sky fox would be terrifying or adorable. She's trying to picture it. These aren't necessarily votes, but people are chiming in. Bats eat nasty bugs, and bats keep bug population in check. I think Damian, you did mention that. Mm-hmm. But Missy says bat equals rabies. End of the debate.
We can't blame the cute animals for humans being dumb. Let's just remember that.
Or for Cujo. Yeah.
Owls like Tootsie Pops. I don't know if that's a vote for owls. That's just the
I would
fact.
say anything that mentions something positive about either would count as a vote for them, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you
Like
could
that would
say
be a vote for the owls.
But Jill does say bats for the win.
Jill's right.
Jack votes bats. Jennifer
Yeah,
votes bats.
Jack, my boy. That's right.
Oh,
He's
no,
my
Missy
bat
says
boy.
Kacie.
There you
For
go.
judgment, Damian was the stronger debater. Ooh, Justine says Damian. But Halbug says Kacie won. Duh. Kareen also votes bats, so 2 votes coming.
I'll allow it.
Man.
Let's see. Sarah says this is a bad year for bats, but I like Damian's paradigm shift. Yes, vote Damian. But Jordan says Kacie won. She mentioned candy. That's all it takes. Now you
That's
guys
true,
know.
yeah.
Just mention candy, and you're good to
Yeah.
go. But Rachel says owls all day, baby. Nicole votes bats.
The audience and me are not against pandering. So that was a really fun debate, but it looks like Damian won our owls versus bats debate.
Nice.
Although I'm a little sad that there's no mention of the best bat-related man, which is Batman.
I was
No,
surprised too.
I don't truck with fascism, so I kind of left that out.
I was thinking like how they transform in the vampire mythology. But
Yeah.
I mean, whatever puts a man in a cape, I'm here for it.
aren't
Do
we
you get to
all?
plug stuff at the end? Because I've got a podcast I could put you on to.
So
8
again,
weeks on Batman.
just a reminder to the audience, if you have suggestions you want to put in there at any time, go ahead. I have a couple here that I will go with for the next round. But if you have one, feel free to put it in at any time. So I came up with this one because I was reading memes on the internet that relate to my personality type. So this next one is going to be, I feel like it's a little bit of a Halloween-ish adjacent. Alien abductions. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? So if you were abducted by aliens, is that good or bad? So Damian, would you like to debate on behalf of it being a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm going to go good. I'm going to go with good.
Okay, so Kacie, you will be bad. So Damian, your minute starts now.
Well, I mean, alien abductions really is just another way of getting to visit with a new friend. Ultimately, what we call an abduction could be something as simple as them misunderstanding our intent. So I think alien abductions are good because anthropologically, we have lots and lots of history of cultures colliding into each other with no understanding. But the ones that actually sent out previous guests into the other one's territory is the cultures that you see actually getting more collaboration with each other. So I think alien abductions are good in that way. Now, of course, you will have culture clashes when you have these abrasions together, but that can also be worked out with a simple anal probe. I also think that alien abductions are good because it gives people in Nebraska something to do and to hope for. So, and with the rest of my time, I will cede it to the gentle lady from Folsom.
Okay.
So official.
So Kacie, your minute starts now.
Okay, so alien abductions are inherently bad and dangerous because at the core of them, abduction. I didn't consent to being abducted. I don't think if you've been abducted, you are consenting. And so at the core, we have an argument about consent. And if the answer is not a strong yes, it's a no. Also, I think if I'm going to be out in a field or it's holidays or Halloween time and I'm walking around a cornfield, I should feel safe in that corn maze. I shouldn't think I'm going to get transported against my will, against my schedule. I didn't choose this. Also, my booty is only for me to touch and those that I consent to have touch them. So I'm sorry, alien abductions, not good. Not good. There's no consent in an alien abduction.
Okay.
Beck wants to know if this is a personal experience topic, dude.
No, I have not been abducted by aliens. Although sometimes I feel like an alien that got stranded on planet Earth. Ooh. Okay. So Damian, your rebuttal starts now.
Sure. Well, as a look-alike, as a child of the Children of the Corn's Malachi, I can tell you that no cornfield should ever be felt safe in, quite frankly. Cornfields are dangerous, awful places. That's why locusts are a good thing for them. I would also hit you with this. You're saying abduction. I'm saying tour. I'm saying guided tour. I'm sorry that you are so nationalistic that you don't understand their invitation. But by the fact that they take you with you, they clearly think they have your consent. Now, you can, again, explain it to them why they don't, but that can also be worked out with a simple anal probe.
And that's time.
Yes. Again, that's the second time you said simple anal probe. I smell t-shirts.
Okay, Kacie, your rebuttal starts now.
All right. With my rebuttal, I would like to point out that I don't think there's such a thing as a simple anal probe. That takes prep, that takes trust, that takes relaxation. And if you're in a state of fear because you don't understand this other culture, you don't understand why you're leaving your home, you're not going to be ready for a simple anal probe. And by that very definition, it won't be. You don't want that. And cornfields can be quite exciting because then you can be scared and like cuddle up with someone, or you go, you know what I really enjoy is corn. Do you want to eat some corn with me? And then like romance. That's how the greatest love stories start.
I feel like the subplot for this was cornfield.
Oh, I thought it was anal probe. But...
Well, that too. There's
Why
so
not
much.
both? Look at a corn cob.
Oh God.
There's so much in this for everyone.
There's a kernel of truth in that cob. There really is. Oh, shucks.
Whew. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the audience. Who won our alien abductions debate? Was it Damian with "It's good" or Kacie with "It's bad"?
So Jay Funkarelli says she clinched this one with the unwanted probe. That seems to be kind of the consensus I saw in the comments too, is that you kind of want it with consent. It's hard to argue against consent.
I'm going to call bias on the very question, though. You use the word abduction instead of like
but that's what
encouraged
worked.
visitation.
That was very helpful.
Mm.
But then you called it a guided tour.
Yeah,
It's just a difference of culture. It's a guided tour.
exactly.
Sarah says all you need is a lubricated gloved finger and a deep breath out. And she's a physician, so she knows.
There you go.
She knows. But Beck says that she grew up in New Mexico. Aliens are her homies. Got to go with Damian.
Thank you, Beck. I appreciate
It's
that.
one of your friend. Well, Jordan says Kacie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This isn't a vote. Maybe it is. Anal probes always require 25 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
not
vote
simple.
against my argument. She's saying
I
it's not
think so.
simple. So, yeah.
Kacie.
Yeah.
Consent is key, Kacie.
Again, I call into question the question, but
But Jill says Damian has me wanting to go on a tour with the aliens. That's right. Let's see. Kacie wins. Sarah says Damian clenched this one. Oh, clenched.
well done.
Yes.
I get it.
Well done.
Yeah. Another way to say you pooped yourself, Brian. Simple anal probe. Simple anal probe. Consent is key. Kacie for rule. As an alien myself, consent is always key. But poor judgment says going with Damian because Kacie is assuming there is assault.
I did not say assault. I just said consent. An abduction does not warrant the word consent.
Oh, she can't type tonight.
Oh, fine. Okay, just making sure.
Wow.
I was like, I didn't
Cool it,
imply assault.
Kacie.
Yeah.
I didn't imply assault.
Yeah.
I mean, as a lawyer, I'd just like to point out that such things as kidnapping are only illegal terrestrially. We don't know what the law of space is.
Oh, good to
Good
know.
point.
That's true. Someone look into that.
True.
Yeah, that was
Actually, I believe Blackburn said that it goes all the way to the bottom, all the way to the sky. So your rights are actually they're unending. They go ad infinitum. So
Just
yeah, that's
linear. Just
that's
keep-
that's Blackwell right there. I mean, any lawyer knows that too. So that would be.
But does it go to the edge of the atmosphere? Because there is no sky in the dark black hole space.
That's a good point. And
Oh,
also, like, if you're on the cruise ship, there's different laws, right? So does it go from the window or to the walls?
Well, it's really about how the sweat is going to drip.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
how
was...
that gloved finger does fall. Yeah.
Ooh. So that was a fun debate. Kacie took this one. So after 3 debates,
Yeah.
we're 1-2. Keeping it close.
Keeping it classy.
Okay. So I got a lot of really great topics from the Facebook post that I posted up yesterday. So unless somebody like has one they're just dying to do and want to throw it in there, I got a couple fun ones on my list right here. I appreciate everybody that comments when I set out the post. And also, if you have an idea and we didn't get to it today, I go back through and I read past comments and pull things up, or I'll write it down during the show and not get to it because I like to have a nice mix. But I definitely will bring things back. So if you don't see it now, it's just an incentive to come back next time.
Ooh.
Okay, since it is Halloween, so for these next 2 topics, what we're going to do is instead of having a one or an other, I'm going to give you a topic, and you get to pick within that topic what you would like to debate for. So Kacie, you'll get a pick first with this one, and then Damian will get to pick anything in that topic other than what Kacie picked.
Okay.
And since it is almost Halloween, we're going to go with what is the scariest like horror or Halloween like being or monster. So if you got like werewolves or vampires or witches or all of those things, you might see on Halloween or in a horror movie, what is the scariest?
Okay. For scariest, I'm going to go with ghost.
Okay, Casey's doing the ghosts. And Damian, what would you like to debate for?
Let's see. I was thinking along the lines of teenage boy trick-or-treaters, but I think that might be too on the nose for the news. So I'm gonna say the Headless Horseman.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Y'all fucked up.
Actually,
They fucked up. Pumpkinhead.
may I change mine to a lich?
You want to change yours?
Yes, please, to a lich.
Okay. We haven't started out. That's okay with me. Okay. So Kacie, your 1 minute starts now.
Okay, so ghosts are the scariest of all the Halloween creatures because typically you find them in places of great tragedy and violence because they perhaps have not realized that they've passed on and they're stuck in this horrific cycle of violence. They have this Sisyphean existence of that moment of horror for them, this life-ending moment of horror. They're trapped in that cycle. That's terrifying. The fact that you can have a haunted house. My house was built in the 60s. I don't know who the hell was here before me. I don't know if I have ghosts. When you live alone and things go bump in the night, ghosts, scary. They can be anywhere. They know no bounds. And if you tear down an old house, they can still be there. They don't care about your new blueprint plans. They don't care. That's so scary. And then you have to hire this third-party person to try to get them out, but then they just like lay low. And then later they come back out again. Are you kidding? Like, I want you to find peace and I want you to go away, but you don't. And that's so, so terrifying.
Okay. Thank you, Kacie.
Yeah.
Okay. And Damian, your minute starts now.
Absolutely. So a lich is a undead zombie king. It's somebody who has purposely given up their mortality and their humanity in order to get more power. Now, there's nothing scarier in 2020 than somebody who's given up his humanity in order to get more power. And then they have a control of this mindless horde of people that will do whatever they say. Without question, and in fact they will do it so enthusiastically that it seems as though the zombies themselves are mindless. So liches be crazy. Also, Kacie, I got a problem with the fact that you are not pitying ghosts. You seem to fear what you don't know. First of all, houses need to disclose if someone died in them, and also, as we know from antiquity, if you do the burial rites properly, you don't actually have to worry about these things. You always have to worry about a lich.
Okay. So Kacie, your rebuttal starts now.
Okay, so if someone did die in your house, you only know for a couple years recently. If there was some Amityville horror type experience, it's past the law of limitations that they have to notify you. So you won't know unless you look at the microfiche at the library and you go through. With ghosts too, we can contact the spirit realm through a Ouija board that we have no business messing with. We should respect it, but in movies we don't, and that's very scary with ghosts. It's a really scary existence. Also, think about all the films in which ghosts don't know they're dead.
And
What if you're a ghost right now? What if you're a ghost right now?
Oh no. What's over there, Chris? No, I'm just kidding.
Chris hasn't been here for 15 years. I'm a ghost.
Okay, so Damian, your rebuttal starts now.
Sure. I would point out that possession is a serious problem when you're dealing with a lich. They can possess any number of weak-minded people, as has been proven in the last 4 years. Also, you cannot reason with people who have given up their humanity for the sake of power, because the power is the point. You cannot reason with people for whom power is the end unto itself. At least you can reason with a ghost and bargain with it and give it what it needs to move on. So liches, far more dangerous, therefore far more scary.
Okay, great. Thank you. So now we're going to go back to our audience today.
I got you, Sarah.
I think Sarah is echoing everybody's sentiments. We all found out what a lich was today, or at least I did too, Sarah.
I mean, I knew
learned
that
the
they
name for them.
existed from playing Munchkin.
Oh, I play Munchkin.
I play Munchkin. Why aren't we all playing Munchkin?
Oh, that's the new show.
Okay. Just name it that. Why aren't we all playing Munchkin? And then we do anything but play Munchkin. Okay, so back to our audience. Who won our scariest horror creature debate? Was it Kacie with ghosts or Damian with liches?
Jordan also says, I was today years old when I learned I was a ghost.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
But that means you have to do homework, right? Like if
Yeah,
you're
then you
ghost-
don't have to do it.
The wrath of the Lich King is real. Okay, so J Funkarelli says Damian won that. Zombie possession scarier than a ghost. Evan
They
says
are going for
ditto.
scary. Yeah.
So that's
That's
another
about
vote for
learning
Damian.
But what was that in response to? I don't count that as a vote.
Yeah,
That
Evan.
came right under the Damian won that.
Gotta go
And,
Kacie, simply because I am politically exhausted. Let's see. Oh, Kacie again. Kacie again. Korean votes. Cute little emoji ghost. See, Kacie, she relieved me from my homework. Because now that she's a ghost, she doesn't have to do homework anymore. My vote is for Kacie and ghosts. It's Kacie for me.
You never hear of Casper the Friendly Lich. You don't.
Sounds like a rapper for some reason. I'm going to have to go with Damian. Liches sound awful. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Until Ghostbusters exists, I'm still always going to be afraid of those ghosts. Kacie. Way to work on the lyrics, Sarah.
Well done.
Okay.
That seems to be the votes.
So it looks like Kacie took this round. Very nice. So going into our final debate round, we're tied 2-2. So this has been
I
very
demand a
close.
re-letter. I demand a re-letter.
Not a recount.
We're
No,
tied B to B.
There you go.
There we go. To be or not
Yeah.
to be.
Well, also I just thought, bi means two, so there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I have one last topic that I pulled off of the post. So what I've been doing for the last couple of shows is for this last one, just to make it way more fun for just me. So you're gonna pick from the topic best non-reading use for a book. So that's the topic. What is the best thing to do with a book other than reading it? But what's gonna happen is you're gonna pick what your opponent is going to debate for.
Oh.
Yes. So Damian gets to pick first. So there may or may not be some strategy to this.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go all out and helping get this word out. Best non-reading use for a book, step stool.
Okay.
Okay.
So Kacie will be debating on behalf of using a book as a step stool. So what would you
Okay.
like Damian to debate as for?
I think a hat.
A hat.
Hat.
Okay, great.
Apparently only one of us was trying to help the other. Okay.
I have so many good arguments for that. I couldn't do that.
You're short. I figured it. Okay. Give you a leg up.
I am average for a woman's height. I'm staunchly average.
You know, I'm going to use
Okay.
that from now on. I am staunchly average, ladies.
Why are you taking so many APs? Can I help you?
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, these are two. We have two teachers on the panel, right?
Right,
No
yeah.
kidding.
correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Both of whom teach AP classes.
We both do teach AP classes.
Nice. Okay, so Damian gets to argue first. So you're
Okay.
going to argue that the best non-reading use of a book is as a step stool. No, as a hat.
hat.
Sorry,
That's
as a
sensible.
hat. Okay, and your minute starts now.
All right. Well, I would say that if you open the book the proper way, it can keep both the party in the back and the business in the front from getting a sunburn. And looking at me, you know that I can certainly theorize around sunburns. Also, I would say, depending on the type of book that you choose, it makes for an excellent hat because it causes you to have better posture. As a perennial sloucher, I can definitely tell you that better posture, now that I'm aged, would have really, really been helpful. And finally, if you get the right kind of book as a hat, you can make other people laugh. I suggest getting a book as a hat like A Farewell to Arms.
Okay, so Kacie, your minute for step stool starts now.
Great. So books can be excellent step stools, especially the thicker that they are. So if you have one of the Oxford English dictionaries that actually has all 400,000 plus words, that's going to be very, very helpful. I said that I was a staunchly average height, but it's true. I can't reach the top shelf in my cupboard. They are empty, and really I'm using all this low storage space, and it's crowding things. If I could use a book with a step stool, I've got space. Also, with different size books, you have a step stool for every person in your household. So that's really nice and accessible. Then as you're coming off that step stool and you're stepping down, you can get a nice little calf stretch if you leave the ball of your foot on the front of the book and then put your heel to the ground. Then your step stool serves a dual purpose, and calf stretches are kind of at the foundation of good posture.
Oh, we're learning a lot today.
Good point. yeah.
Okay, Damian, your rebuttal starts now.
Sure. The other use of using a book as a hat is that you can use that hat to double as a shield. If you remember in the Clone Wars, the cartoon, there's the amazing bounty hunter called Embo, and he absolutely uses his hat as a shield and as a sled. And I think that such things like that, as well as the possibility of osmosis, may well get more knowledge into your head.
Okay, and Kacie, your rebuttal starts now.
Okay, so osmosis is not unique just to your head. You can also get osmosis through your feet. So as you're standing on this step stool, this fount of knowledge, you can gain so much. Also, we know that prolific look of someone stepping upon something to raise themselves up in a public space. You're like a newsie. Oh my gosh, you're in a musical now. How cool is that? You're one of the newsies, and you can stand on top of the written word, take your stand, and dance.
Okay.
And a cat started to fall right as I did that, so I got a little distracted. She's fine. She just did one of these like flips on her cat tree.
Oh no.
So she's totally fine. She's just hitting things with joy now.
And for a reminder to our audience that osmosis involves water, so that's fun. Putting your book in water and then
No, it
absorbing
can
it
involve water. It's the absorption of things. It's not always water.
across a membrane with water.
Yes.
It can also involve a man named Jones.
Okay, so I would like to go back one last time to our audience. Who won our best non-reading use for a book? Was it Damian with a hat or Kacie with a step stool? You know, fun fact, after my first year of law school, my friends and I used a law book as a target at a gun range, so that's always fun. Take that, contracts.
Did you? What kind of gun did you use?
I don't know, the kind with the bullets.
Yeah.
It wasn't mine.
Those are the best ones.
Those really, yeah.
The ones that go pow.
Right. Clearly, I'm not the gun owner.
Here we go. First of all, Jordan did not miss the word osmosis.
She's doing AP bio.
Yeah.
I didn't mean scientifically. I meant literarily.
Oh, where is it? There we go. Kacie already got my vote for inclusion. Being
Yep.
accessible is huge.
You're welcome,
for that.
Kacie.
Oh,
Thank
and
you.
Newsies. Don't forget about Newsies.
Damn right.
Beck says, gotta
It's not
go
called
with-
Sermon on the Hat.
Jennifer says, Kacie. Hal just votes for Osmosis Jones. She's a huge fan.
That's a vote for Kacie.
One of the lost adult cartoons of our day. Was it Niles from Frasier? Wasn't he the voice of the pill?
He might have been it.
I don't think I saw that one, Chris.
No.
In truth, I haven't watched that since my biology class in high school.
Okay, so all these contestants know about AP classes, and I know about lost cinema from the 90s. Missy says, Damian wins with humor. Jay
That counts
Fogarelli,
for 5,
Damian.
right?
Poor Judgment says, Dame C. Kavian, gotta go with it. She's leaving us hanging. Oh, here it is.
Oh,
Gotta go with Kacie.
thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Damian.
It was a good topic.
Corinne says, oh man, both sound super fun, but I need step stools.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer just wants to know what Damian teaches,
I teach Latin,
which is
a dead
Words.
language.
which is letters.
Yes. And they even use letters for numbers. They are
Yeah.
such like the most mediocre society that ever existed. Stupid. You can't do arithmetic with letters.
Kacie.
Thank you.
But Nicole says, I gotta go with Damian on this one. I don't know. This seems pretty tight. I was not keeping track.
That's okay. I use my handy method of counting votes.
How do you count letters on your hands?
Ooh. Somebody's hitting us with Latin in the chat now.
With sign language.
Oh, well, the Romans, what they would do is they'd go 1 and then 2 and then 3, and then a 4 would be you'd count the space between. So you'd count the IV. Nothing they did made any sense. This is why they
3
kidnapped.
and 4 look the same.
Right, and then for 10, they
So
would go
you-
like this because the 2 thumbs made an X. It's
Or
so
for
damn
wood.
stupid. Yeah, or a bat, actually. It's kind of nice.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like that, yeah, that's why they kidnapped Greek people to do all their math.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm not joking. That's true.
yeah. Jennifer
not
Hope.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Romans, they're that
Didn't
jock in high school that bullied you into making you do his homework. That's who the Romans were for 1,000
Didn't
years.
Pythagoras die in like a peanut field or something? Or potato? It was something that grows underground. He was afraid of running over it. He was getting
Oh,
chased.
that I don't know. He's Greek.
Oh.
But Archimedes died doing a math problem in the sand, and a Roman soldier's like, move. And he's like, no, I got it. And then the Roman soldier killed him.
Oh, that's
no.
like
Romans are
shoving
dumb.
in a locker. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
well, we learned a lot today.
Yeah.
You know.
Darn those Romans.
Poor Archimedes.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Who was
after,
an owl in the Sword and the Stone.
Sword and the
So there you
Stone.
go. There you go.
I think I knew that one. Okay, so after 5 rounds of debate, Damian had a very respectable 2 points, but Kacie pulled it out of that last round and won our debate with 3 points.
Nice.
Oh, thanks everyone. Thank you.
That was a close
Especially thanks to Damian.
last
Yeah.
round, right?
Thank
Yeah, this is very, all of the rounds were very close. So this is a very solid debate show today, guys. Awesome.
Missy says, death by math. Sounds like my high school experience.
Aww. I know some really great math teachers that want you to love math because it's fun and it's beautiful. Love math.
Yeah, we were talking before the show started. My math teacher in 4th grade also taught us health ed. And I gave you guys a nice little story about that.
Yeah. They
Thanks,
kept you
everybody.
from multiplying, so that's good.
Hey.
Oh, hey-oh.
Yeah. Hi-oh.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you, Damian and Kacie, for being here today and being on the show. You both did an excellent job. This was super fun. Thank you, Chris, for teching on Thursdays like you've been. This is really helpful to have you here. And thank you everybody in the audience, again, for always being with us, for sticking with us, even though it was late, for putting in your comments and your votes and all of your suggestions. We really appreciate you being here and everything that you support us with. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye. A geek history of time.